Hey, all right, friends, it's the evolving adventure. I'm freezing my butt off with the heater blasting because it's snowing outside. Groovy. You look like you're laughing, and it's definitely not snowing there. Hi, Jen.
No, hello. It's actually beautiful right now. We had a massive heat spell that was a little scary, but then it cooled down to normal spring temps and it's better now. Temps.
Yeah,
It's much better, but it's going to get hot soon, as we know, being
yeah,
in the desert. So, but you take it, it's worth living here. So,
yeah. It was only 106 for a little bit of time in February,
oh,
and then in
yeah,
March, and yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, yeah. But yeah. So, what are you laughing about? You have a lot
Oh,
going on.
so I just made a post on my personal Instagram page and the comments are so funny. So I suddenly found this wonderful community of women who are like my age, Gen X, going through all the changes that we go through. And a while back, I started kind of posting on my personal account. I don't post on my personal account very often because I manage so many other accounts as my
Yeah.
job. So, I post in stories and I'll post things here and there, but it was like nothing that I was ever like putting any time into.
Uh-huh.
And a little while ago, made a reel that it was funny because it was a clip of my sister. It was a looping video. I made it into a looping video just to be ironic. And I was listening like a few days earlier to Limp Bizkit's Break Stuff. And in my head, I was like, man, this song is like perimenopause and menopause, like in a freaking nutshell. So I just grabbed the clip of my sister and I looped it and I put a POV on there. Like or no, it was a POV. It was like, I think I was today years old when I found out this song was about perimenopause. And I sent it to my sister as a joke. I just like, I put it together. I wasn't even going to post it. I sent it to her as a joke. And she's like, that's hilarious. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. Cause like, that's what I do. I just post stuff. Like, I'm like, I don't know if anyone's going to get this, but I think it's funny. So I'm going to do it. So that reel, like, just it went crazy. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is wild. And it kind of snowballed. Like I would just I'd have a thought in my head or like I'd see like occasionally I'll see trending stuff and I'll pull from the trending and like make it my own. Or I'll just experiment with things. I'll be like, I'll see something on another page that I was like working, say for like Air Viper rides. I saw a girl's post and I liked the hook and I liked the idea. And I'm like, I'm just going to try this out on my page and see how it goes. And then that one like took off. So anyway, long story short, I've accidentally become like, I've got this niche of women in this age group that are going through it. And I put a lot of like Gen X like humor into it. And in the comments, like I'll say specific things and I'll be like, I don't know if anyone's going to get this or not, but I'm just going to put it anyway because I think it's funny. And the amount of people who are just like, oh my gosh, like, were we best friends? Were we hanging out? Like, this is crazy. Like, it's just like you're in my head. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many people out there who have done all these things. Like, I thought, I grew up in Thousand Oaks, like we were doing like stupid shit all the time. And it turns out most of the people in the 90s were actually doing the same things. But, there was no social media back then. Like you don't know what other people are doing. You're just living in your own little cube. And yeah, so the comments, like I'll post like a post like I did earlier tonight. Like I will literally just wait for the comments to come in because they are so funny and just like the back and forth. And it's just like it actually just like it's really cool. So that
Yeah.
was kind of a long story, but anyway, that's what I was laughing at
That was
because
perfect.
yeah, and there was a few people like I made a jab at Newbury Park because I grew up in Thousand Oaks, and there's like a 3 city area called Conejo Valley, and now it's a joke. And my friends from who I grew up with have been sending me these reels that are making fun of like people who live in Thousand Oaks. They're like, you don't live in LA, you live in Thousand Oaks. And it's just hilarious to me. So I threw Newbury Park in there and a guy's like, you went to parties in Newbury Park? It said something about being at a party in Newbury Park. And he's like, we used to drive up the hill to go to parties in Newbury Park. And I'm just like, maybe I know you. I don't even know. But the connection that it's making and the community it's forming is freaking really cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I watched that reel just before we recorded. Like I was telling you, I was like, wow, like I went to show one of my buddies and I was like, yeah, I'm going to talk to Jen on the podcast tonight. And I was like, it has, wow, there's just under 4 million views as of this recording on that video.
So,
Insane.
I put it together as a joke. Like, I just thought it was funny. And then I'm like, I'm just going to post it anyway. I feel like that's usually what happens. Like, I'll do something that I think is funny. And I'm like, I don't know if anyone's going to get this, but I'm just going to post it anyway because I don't care. Because I think it's funny and people are relating to it. And I just didn't expect that to happen like at all. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's very relatable and all of that. So I got a question. I'm a guy. I am not going to have perimenopause, but I'm thinking of like, there's women that are out there that are going to listen to like hear your experience and have that shared experience. There's also a lot of guys that are like, some effect of that. What can I do as a guy as you're going? What's it like to go through it? And then
Oh,
as a guy,
man.
what can I do for any other dudes who are listening to this? Because you have a husband and other
Yeah.
people have people in their lives. And
I mean, it's so hard because I saw a comment. I don't know which reel it was that I made. I'm not sure which one it was, but there was a guy and he was like, is this just an excuse for women to be mean to to the men in their lives or something like that? It was like super snarky. And I just commented back, unfortunately, this is very real. Like it's real. Um, the thing is, in my experience, my husband was great. He definitely, like, I pushed him over the edge many times. And it got to a point where I was like waiting to see a specialist just because we had like a lot of medical bills from like our son coming in and like I was going to a PT and it was kind of just like adding up. So I was going to wait a little bit. And then we were, hanging out one night and at the second night in a row, I picked the dumbest fight ever with him. And the fight had to do with me feeling insecure, like me feeling like, he had a crush on some younger girl at work, which was like the stupidest, would never happen. And I was just making stuff up in my mind and saying ridiculous things. And he looks at me and he goes, maybe you should make an appointment with a specialist like as soon as possible. And I wasn't defensive. I was like, you're right. Like this is ridiculous. But I mean, I feel like it can be so bad for some women that there's only so much a man can take, like if they're not being proactive. Like I actually had a male friend reach out recently and he was asking how he can be supportive like to his partner during this because he didn't want to come off as being like aggressive. He didn't want her to become defensive. And it's so hard because it's like your mind, like your body's not functioning properly. Your mind is not functioning properly at all. Like there's so much shit going on. It's crazy. So, I mean, my biggest advice to any man who has a woman going through it in their lives is patience, like a lot of love, a lot of just trying to understand, doing the research, like really seeing what's going on, not just brushing it off as they're like, oh, they're just, I don't know, they're this or that. Like they're hormonal. It's like, yeah, you're hormonal, but it's like the most crazy hormonal you've ever been in your life. It's like you're not on your, gonna have your period hormonal. You're not pregnant hormonal. It's like all those hormones that you've been functioning on your entire life, like literally just took a freaking hike. So you just go into this like you're not the same person. And it's funny because I kind of see like there's a very big divorce rate for people who are my age, like 40s, especially late 40s. And I feel like a lot of it might have to do with that. It's very sad, but I feel like I don't know, you can't have a statistic that says, oh, I got a divorce because my wife was in menopause, menopause. Like there's no, statistics
check.
there. But at the same time, like I feel like there has to be something behind it because it's just you're not the same person, and there's a lot of navigating that needs to happen in order to get through it, for sure.
Yeah. Like it would like from here, single guy, like it also seems like it's like communication and a lot of things in addition, but like that's, yeah, like you said, the tipping point potentially for something. So yeah, thank you for sharing that because it's
Andy.
useful for me. Like I'm not experiencing this, but it's cool to see, learn about it through what you're sharing, and then read those comments other women are making and see how many comments there are with similar. I mean, I don't read them all, but I skim them. I'm like, oh, that's similar themes show up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like, I mean, there has to be a lot of patience and there has to be a lot of communication for sure. Like that. I mean, I feel like it was rough going through it, but we're like better now, I think, than we've ever been because we just have such a better understanding of each other. And it's really cool if you can make it, you know, if
Yeah,
you can, if the two people can make it through, um, it's better for sure. Like on so many levels.
yeah, wonderful. And you've been married a long time.
Yeah, 27 years in February.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely has its ups and downs, you know, marriage is work, and I think, um, there's some people that don't understand that, and as
Mm.
soon as the first, you know, sign of something difficult comes up, they wanna leave and just run and hide, but it's just not it's worth fighting for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, good for you for doing it and sharing about how it's going. I mean, like, what is in addition to like the mood swings, like what else are you experiencing? And I'll put it in the context of like people are going to volunteer at races. It helps me out a little bit just to know this
Seriously.
background info, like what is coming into the aid station,
Yeah,
but
so, I
not
mean,
in a bad way, but a learning way.
right. So I am so much better now. Like I'm pretty dialed on my hormone replacement that I I do have some hiccups along the way and a lot of that has to do with there's like I don't know if you've heard anything about it but there's estrogen patches that women
Oh,
apply and that's their estrogen. And typically, women will get prescribed. You change them twice a week, and they're really small and they're really cute and all of those are like back ordered and out of stock, like pretty much everywhere.
oh,
Everywhere. I mean, I'm talking like worldwide, right? My doctor, luckily, my specialist, she like I was like running low and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm almost out. What do I do? Everything's out everywhere. And she's like, I'm checking everywhere. All of these twice a weeks are out. I found a once a week and I'll prescribe those to you. Okay, little did I know the once a week patches like kind of screw everything up. So
oh,
because like you're putting it on a Saturday and you're taking it off on a Saturday and replacing it, you'll get instead of getting a steady dose where like when you do the 2 weeks you get a more steady dose, you get this like bang, like you've got estrogen coming in and then by the end of the week it's like it's just tapering off. So that's been an issue for me just like I haven't had a period in a while. I thought I was done. Like I was like this is it. I'm done. And then it's like, actually, no, you're not. And then like along with that, like my weight's been fluctuating but other than that, like and those are very minor things compared to like the major stuff that I was dealing with. I was having chronic pain, just chronic unexplained pain. I mean, of course, the brain fog, of course, the moodiness, of course, thinking crazy thoughts, snapping at people when I don't snap at people like constantly defensive. Like everyone's out to get me at all times. And that's just like, that's not even my personality, like at
no,
all. So I did a complete like 180 personality wise when I was going through it before I got my hormones dialed with my specialist. It was wild. Like I was a different person. It was actually terrible.
nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, hopefully you won't have to deal with anything like that. I mean, I would control it like mostly, but there were some people like in my work life that were affected by it. I don't know if they realized that or not. But at the same time as all of that was happening, my dad was also on hospice. And so, like, so all of these things were happening like at the same time. And they all kind of just like they just like climaxed. And that, like, all these things combined just kind of completely threw me and just made me like someone that I didn't want to be at all. So, yeah, there was a time when it was like, okay, enough's enough. Like my husband's like, don't wait, make the appointment. And like, that was the best thing I could have done. Honestly, it was great. And that's another thing too. Like on a lot of my posts, of course, I'm talking about hormone replacement and this and that. And a lot of women are like, what's HRT? What's a specialist? They like don't even know. And I'm going, oh my gosh, if I can help like one woman, like
Yeah.
not go through what I did, like then this is all worth it. Because it's terrible. Like it's not the same for everyone, but it can be as bad as mine, worse than I was, or not that bad. Some women can take supplements and they're fine. That was not the case for me.
Okay.
I
That
know, it was
that
pretty
is a
bad.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that it's going better now and even keeled.
Yes.
There was a question that I had that just totally popped out of my brain. Like, the one person helped. That's wonderful. Oh, right. So what superpowers have you gained? Like we see like new moms come
Oh,
back and it's like watching Kareth Arnold and other like talk to new moms that are out there, but also like being at a race that Kareth like destroyed the field. That was really cool.
yeah.
And
Okay.
your superpowers now.
That's a good question. Okay. So I just added testosterone to my regimen. I added it and people think testosterone, like, oh, libido. Like everyone assumes testosterone is like libido only. That's actually super, like, not true. It is true, of course, but I added it solely for energy, recovery, and I feel like my muscle tone is just like vanishing. So that was my biggest thing. I'm like, I'm lifting weights consistently. I'm like doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, yet I'm exhausted. I have no muscle tone. And I'm just like, I don't know. So I've only been taking it for a couple of months now. And I just actually had my blood panels done and the test came back. And my specialist was like, your testosterone looks great. Just keep taking the dose. Don't change it. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to see some muscle tone come back, yes. But then I'm like, but is it really helping anything else? So I have to like look at myself. Like, am I going to bed early? Usually, no, I'm not. Probably not getting enough sleep. That's on me. And then it was funny because I'm not running a lot right now. Like, as you know, we were doing some runs together
Dude,
and
yay.
I'm just getting started again. Like I really am just getting started. I had that Achilles tendonitis for a very long time. I finally got that dialed into. It's gone, but I'm having this like mental block of getting to start running again. So I did damn good run 4 mile Sunday. And I was just like, I was working, at the race. And I'm like, I always think it's a great idea to hop into a short distance real fast, take a quick break, come back and work again. It's never a good idea because it's like hectic. Like I'm trying to put posts out, I'm trying to do these things. And I'm like trying to pin my bib on and like, hop in. And so that anyway, I actually ran the race faster than I thought it was going to, which was kind of cool. And I'm like, well, maybe that was the testosterone. Like, I don't know. And then part of that race is a very steep paved downhill. So I'm like, I'm running like a 7-minute pace, which is fast for me right now down this hill. It's an out and back. So I come back, go up the hill, and I'm like, I don't know, half a mile from the finish. And like my quads felt like they were going to explode. And I was like, oh my God, like, what am I feeling right now? What am I feeling? What is this? It was all from running down that steep hill because I don't run down steep hills right now, like at all. And then I was talking to my sister about it and I was like, yeah, it was like kind of cool because I did run like faster than I expected to, being as little like running that I'm doing. And I'm not in running shape right now. And I was like, man, I can't believe how sore I am. And she's like, well, maybe you're not as sore and you ran faster because of the testosterone. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I did. Like, I don't have like, I can't gauge it on anything. So I don't know. But I am hoping that it will help a little bit. But I do think still like I need to, I need to work on my sleep. I got to get more sleep. I have to start running again. Like I told myself after Sunday, I was like, I'm not doing another race until I'm actually like running again because this was stupid. I mean, it wasn't awful, but it was kind of awful. And it was for like 4.3 miles. Like, give me a break, right? Like for people like who have done long distances like us, that shouldn't have been a big deal, but it was a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, and it
So
puts into context anyone that's just getting started running. Where like I ran my first mile. Like it is still a big accomplishment. Like
it is a huge
there are so many
accomplishment.
people that wish they could do 4 miles. Like I wish I could run 4 miles right now. That would be great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like
it's
when
there,
we
but
were
also,
running
yeah,
together, remember I was like, I did
yeah,
4 miles. Like I was just, trying to get back into it. And I was so happy just to do 3 miles without stopping or 4 miles without stopping. It's like everyone has to start from somewhere. And then like if you're injured, like you have to start over again. And it's hard because you have the mental battle of, okay, wait, I was injured for so long. I'm not injured anymore. It's like, get over it. Like, start running and stop thinking about that and just start focusing on like getting fit again.
yeah,
It's a very mental thing.
yeah. But you can still lift weights, right? And
Yeah,
do
yeah, I'm lifting and I'm riding, but I am running more. But I just need to do it more.
yeah.
I ran last night. I did. I did 4 miles last night. So we're getting there.
That's way more fun than driving back in a blizzard. You
Yeah.
win that. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh no, that's not fun.
Not fun at all. No, no. How on the like awesome that you're running again. And on the hormone note, like are there any like body changes or body issues that have come up through any of that? Or is that a
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, women talk about gaining 10 or 15 pounds overnight. Like that is 100% facts. So that was tough for me. I've, grown up pretty much with, I would say some disordered eating and severe body dysmorphia like my entire life. So having that happen was another thing. It was just like another freaking like throw another match into the fire. It's like, great. Now none of your clothes fit. Now you don't feel comfortable at all. And like I'm a flat lady, flat chested woman, and I like that. And it's like all of a sudden, I'm like, I've got these boobs. I'm like, so in my mind, I'm like, I'm fat and I have boobs. This is not my body and I don't like it. So that was also part of it too. But it was wild because I had to like dial some stuff in. So like I had to work with my specialist, get a lot of blood drawn, which I hate needles and veins. So that is another thing for me. It's like every time I have to go do that, it's like massive anxiety. I'm like the baby who has to like lay down. Like I have to go in and ask for like the lounge chair and like cover my face with a sweater. I'm like, I just can't, like, there's something about veins. I fainted multiple times. So I don't mess with it anymore. But
yeah.
you have to do that. Like you have to get everything checked to make sure the ratios are right and all of that. So it took me about, I would say 9 months to actually get everything leveled out. But like once, and it was just a little change. Like my body wasn't digesting progesterone. I guess it's like fat soluble or something. Like I don't know exactly what it is. I wish I knew. I wish I could remember. But I just my specialist had me add a digestive hormone, and I swear, and like within 3 days I could tell. Like I could just feel it in my body. I was like, "Oh my god, this is working." So I feel like it was right around Cocodona last year. Like I feel like that's when it kicked in because I could just feel it and I was like, I feel like things are changing now. And then like I just dropped the weight. But I'm not where I used to be, but at the same time I'm trying to train my mind that where I used to be like a few years ago, what actually wasn't healthy. Because I definitely went through some things like very stressed out, COVID and all that stuff, where I dropped way too much weight. And of course, I was like, I look so good. I'm so skinny. Yay, me. And that's actually not, it wasn't healthy at all. Like I was strong and I was like muscular, but I was like way too light for where I should
Mm,
be. So I like adjusted like my happy weight because everyone should have a happy weight, right? And it shouldn't be any lower than you were in high school, right? It should not be what you weighed in sixth grade. That's not healthy. And I kind of like went to that. And then I started gaining again. And then, which was fine. I was healthy. And then perimenopause hit and I just went way up. And nothing I did could change it. Like you truly, people are like, oh, it's calories in, calories out. Like this is what you have to do. And it's just like, no, actually, no matter what you do, you can't lose the weight because your hormones are jacked. Like you just can't. So there's just certain, like once I got and then that's the facts right there. It's like the proof in the pudding, right? As soon as I got my hormones dialed, I didn't change anything, eating wise, drinking wise, exercise wise. But how did that 15 pounds just come off after I got my hormones balanced? I mean, I feel like that's the proof right there. And people still don't believe it. They're like, oh no, it's because you're doing this. It's because you're drinking coffee on an empty stomach. It's because, you're working out too hard. It's like people have a lot of things to say about it. And you're like, actually, that's not true. That's not true at all. I mean, have I like cut back on my workouts and like listened to my body more and like mellowed out? Definitely. But that was only because I had Achilles tendonitis and I had to. So I don't know. Will I like step it back up again? Will I do ultras again? Probably not because I don't think I want to. I just don't. I don't have time. I don't have time. But I think if there is one, and I mentioned this recently on a podcast, it would be Tushars 100K because I DNF'd it and I need to go back and finish it. That would be the only one, I think.
Yeah, I was looking at that race a couple days ago. I was talking to a friend about doing that
Yes.
race or about pacing her, and that
Oh,
friend just
there's,
got one of those remaining or Sedona Canyon spots. So I don't know if
yes.
that may have dropped off the list or not, but we were talking about Tushars and what logistics would look like if I were to pace and how to navigate the race. And I was like, yeah, and it's an Aaron Barber race. It'll be steep. And Jen did it.
Yeah. Well, I think that they're going back to the original course, which entices me more. So I've done the 70K, the marathon, and the half marathon. So like the 100K is the only one I've left to do. But then when I attempted the 100K in 2024, the course was different. It was still awesome, but it was different. But ideally, I would like to go do it on the original or close to the original course if I can. I also tried to do the 100K after getting COVID for the second time and tearing ligaments in my ankle like 3 weeks earlier. So it wasn't, I set myself up for disaster. Like I did. Literally couldn't breathe. My ankle was killing me. I had Lindsay DeRoche taped me up actually at an aid station, taped my ankle up for me because it was just killing. It was bad. Um, but it's okay. We can't finish them all. And I tried under terrible circumstances and learned my lesson. So if I do try it again, I'm going to say it's going to be 2027 is definitely not this summer. Obviously, I'm not close to that, but possibly 2027 if I can get my family on board, which I probably can. So
Maybe I'll see you out there. At this
I
point, it
know.
being mid-April and no runs for 2 months, I would rather do it well than just do it to
Yes.
do
Yeah.
it.
No, you need to
It's
heal
probably gonna be
too.
2027. Yeah, it'll happen. I'm gonna take
Yes.
pause for a snack break and tell Reese's you can sponsor me because I need a peanut butter cup. I need actually trying to eat calories.
Good that you needed to heal.
Yeah, yeah. More peanut butter cups, more healing. Reese's,
Is it still the
call
same
me or call
issue?
Jen. Yeah.
The IT? Is it your IT band?
Yeah, from Jackpot. So
Yeah.
then
Ah,
that'll be 2 months tomorrow when we record this. But at the
man.
same time, I got to be lapped like 30 times by Ashley Paulson, and that was cool. And the kazoo
Yeah.
is still over there. So like to be there and see a world record is amazing. Like in person was
Yeah.
amazing.
And you did the 100 miles and got a buckle too.
Yeah,
No matter
walk.
how you did it, you did it. It
Yes,
doesn't matter.
yes.
You still did
And
it.
for anybody out there, like you can walk 2/3 of the race and you can still get a buckle.
Yeah.
Like
That's
31 miles, you are running no further, dude.
yeah.
But I'm also stubborn, so I will just continue walking around this.
Yeah. And that's a sweet buckle too. That's awesome.
Actually, yeah, it's right here. I was showing somebody else today. It looks like Vegas.
Oh, I love it. I love it. The old style Vegas. That's one thing too. I think that Tushars 100K deserves a buckle. And I've kind of been like putting that in ears for a little bit now. I think I should put it in ears again because that race is so freaking hard. I'm sorry. And if Black Canyon 100K finishers get a buckle, no offense to Black Canyon 100K, that race, I finished it once out of 3 times. It is hard. And I didn't even finish it on the full course. I finished it on the out and back hell course. But Tushars is next fucking level. Next level. I have done all the distances. The half marathon killed me. All of them killed me. But the 70K was the one I did. I was training for Mogollon Monster, 100 mile. And out of all the training races I did, finishing the 70K at Tushars, I knew I could finish Mogollon. And I mean, like, look at that 70K to 100 miles. But I was like, if I can finish this race, I can definitely finish Mogollon. Like, that's how much, that's how hard I thought it was and how much confidence it can give you. And it is just, God, it's so beautiful out there. It is like a different world. It's amazing. Highly
Yeah,
recommend that race. It's
yeah,
insane.
yeah. Those
It's a
mountains,
race I never thought I would run for sure.
really.
I was like, yeah, oh yeah. Like I remember when Aravaipa first took it over and I was marketing for it and I was like, this race, I'm like, I could never do something like this. This is crazy. And then and I said the same about Mogollon too. And then I did it and it was awesome.
Yeah. How would you? Because this is a debate I've had that we had at Jackpot actually. Is do you do Tushars or would you do Mogollon? And I was like, well, I like the idea of both of them. The time gap between them is not huge, but
Yeah.
they both appeal to me in a different way. And you've done both of them. What's your thoughts on the courses or the difference? Because there's four people off like just me in that amount of time that came to mind that are doing one or the other or want to do one, the other, or both. But it's like, oh whoa, there's just a marathon distance at it. See, what would you say from doing both courses?
I mean, I would recommend if people were wanting to do Mogollon to do a shorter distance at Tushars as a training run. I would say do the 70K as a training run for Mogollon 100. Like, absolutely. Personally, I would never do the 100K at Tushars and then do Mogollon 100. But that's just me. Like, that's just me knowing my body and how far I've pushed it in the past and how that was a big mistake. I mean, even after Tushars 70K, when I was training for Mogollon, I remember like having like some pretty gnarly hip pain afterwards and just like really hitting with a Theragun. And I'm going, shoot, like, was that a mistake? Like, was that too much for me to do, like, leading up to this race? I mean, it was July, to September. So I had time, but I was worried that it was going to like impede on my training if I was injured. But I wasn't injured. It was just really, really sore. I mean, Tushars, it's just the elevation. I mean, the elevation alone. It's like, I mean, every time I've been there, there's been times where we've like been at the start finish line. Nicole and I used to go together. We'd like walk down to the staff house down the street to shower and hang out and then walk back. And so, like, even walking back up the road, it's like the road's a hill getting up there, but you're winded just walking up the hill. And there actually have been people that have showed up for the race. They were signed up for a longer distance. They got to bib check in and just being there for a day, walking around, feeling the elevation on their lungs, they actually dropped down in distance. They were like, I'm not ready for this. I was like, "Yeah, you're smart. You're smart." Like I
Wow.
always try to get there like a day. Well, actually, I mean, it is best to get there if you can a couple days early to adjust. And then also like I recommend I for this last time I tried Tushars. When I hike Mount Whitney, we have these great supplements that we take that are prevent, elevation sickness. I was taking those and then also brought the little can of oxygen. Honestly, it's freaking high up there. It's not Mount Whitney high,
Mhm.
but you're like between 10 and like 12.5, like the entire go. It's a long time to be in elevation when you're coming from somewhere like low.
Yeah.
And I'm in the Eastern Sierra like a week before that. Like we always plan our camping trip in the Eastern Sierra. Ninth, nah, it's like 7,000 feet. It's actually not super high, 7, 8. And then still feeling it when you get up to the 10,000 plus. Like I just, once you get up that high, you're just like, if you're not used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we're saying
So,
1,100 feet or so in Phoenix, and, oh, I don't even remember watches. I think like
yeah.
2,500 right here.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Like, and I mean, it's definitely it's a shock to the system.
Yeah, 2533.
But
Yeah.
honestly, it's like, it's the one of my favorite races. It's amazing. It is so freaking hard. But holy moly, like the views, it's like, you're like, is this real? It is insane.
Yeah.
Highly
And
recommend it.
how does it compare? I think we talked about Mogollon the first time you were on for your 100 miler and how that training went. How does it compare to Mogollon, like in terms of technicality of the trails?
Gosh. Okay. So I feel like it's kind of similar in a lot of ways because you do get like Mogollon when you're on the Highline Trail and you're up above the rim. You do have some wonderful stretches of single track that are like flattish and there's like no rocks and it's lovely. So same thing at Tushars. Like you're running through the pine trees and it's amazing. But then you get to certain climbs and it's just like steep rock. So the last time the last time I did Tushars and they changed the course, um, the high point that we summited was called Shelley Baldy. And it's not as high as Delano Peak, which is the highest point in that mountain range. But the trail to get up to Shelley Baldy was a joke. I mean, there was no trail. There was no trail. It was pure scree, like scree and shale. Like I have a video of me walking on it and the sound that it's making, it's like insane. There's no trail at all. So you're like scrambling up these rocks and there's a part where it's like a fall. You think you're like getting there and then it goes down again and you're like, you've got to be shitting me. It's like a total false summit. You're like, I'm almost there. Oh, wait, no. I have to go down again and then go back up this like it was brutal. So I feel like and that's another reason why I preferred the original course because the trail Delano Peak is beautiful. It's, like I said, it's the high point, but I feel like the trail there's actually like a trail that goes up it. So like that mountain, it's more of just the grind. It's more of the elevation, it's more of the steepness. And then Shelley Baldy is just like you have elevation, steepness, and then there's literally it's no trail like at all. It's just rocks, rocks and rocks and rocks. It's like a nightmare of rocks.
Lindsay.
So yeah, that was fun. But but you only had to do that one once. You did it once and you were fine. Delano, you do it once and it's like, kind of right away into the race, which is great. But then there's some other mountains you have to climb too. But there's so much amazing downhill, like single track at Tushars. You're just like flying and just feeling like you're just in heaven. It's so cool. Mogollon has that too, but the downhill at Mogollon is all technical.
Mm.
Yeah, like it's all technical. The flat stuff is lovely. They reworked the Highline Trail. It's amazing. So that those sections are great, but the rest of it is extremely technical and pretty brutal, but it's awesome. Like I actually also love that race too, like very much.
Yeah, the Highline Trail reminded me of Sedona in a way. Or the
Oh,
part, yeah, Margaret S gave me some spots to go and went up and checked out Rim Runners when it was still open, and then camped and ran. I was like, this is beautiful. And I on my list of things to do is the full Highline Trail at whether
yeah.
it's part of the race or just go do it. And I think the AZT is part of it. So I was trying to
Yes.
connect with all those people and it didn't work out in the time I had, but it is very high on that list is like being up.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yeah, that one should be on everyone's list for sure. It's incredible. I mean, I only have done it the one time in 2021, but I go out there and work it every year, and I can't wait to get out there because like that's really the only time I get up there is to work the race. So I
Oh,
just look forward to it every single year. Like I don't know, my family just doesn't have any interest in going up there for some reason, and I need to like change their minds. I know.
yeah.
I'm like, we can
It's
camp on the rim. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I got Ultra sign up. There are 69 spots still available in the 100 miler. You're going to get yourself a Western States and a Hard Rock qualifier in the same race. I'm
Right.
kind of surprised there's still spots available in mid-April.
Oh, I think it's gonna sell out. Like, it is projected to sell out, like, because we just
Yeah.
recently hit, 200 entrants, and I think the cap is not large.
Mm.
So and I think we hit 200 last year in August, and we've already hit it, yeah, in April. So I feel like if anyone is listening to this and they want to do that race to, sign up sooner than later, because I feel like it's gonna sell out, and it
Yeah.
should. I mean, and that is one, the way that Mogollon is, um, Noah, the race director, and like his brother, they founded the race together, and they have kept that race very grassroots feeling. Like, so the whole race just feels extremely grassroots, and that's another thing I love about it too, because it's kind of like, you have all the things that you need as far as like, you know, a great race company putting on a race, but you still have this feel of like, this is almost kind of like a crazy fat ass. Like, it just feels that way, but it's not. So I don't know. Is there something about it that's just different? It's very cool.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm hope it's on the list of possibilities, so
Yeah.
we shall see. Or if not,
It's
I'll pace.
gotta get you better first. Just get better
Yeah.
first.
Yes. Well, the funny part is like I know that I can make myself walk that. Running hurts, but I can make myself walk that whole thing.
Yeah.
Not a good idea, debatable, but
I mean, there's definitely plenty of time. I mean, I was a golden
yeah,
hour finisher, but also I'm not a good ultra runner. So we know this. And my only goal was to finish. And I was like, I'm taking all the time I need to make sure I cross the finish line.
yeah, the clock's
So
there for a reason.
yeah.
Someone's gonna run it in. I don't know what the course record. Oh, I guess I could look because I have it up right now.
Yeah. I
Oops,
know who
not
has the course record right now. I don't even know.
Michael Versteeg, 20 hours and 13 minutes in 2017.
I
Then
wonder if that's the
Browning.
accurate.
Well, and that's what I don't know is like
Yeah, it's hard.
the numbers are all ascending, but I've seen other races where it's like, well, there's these three at the top, but then the next times are like, I get confused.
Yeah. So the thing about Ultra Sign Up too is that they don't take into account the course changes, because that
Mm,
course has had to be changed a number of times because of fires. So it was like the course has just changed throughout the years. So the first year I ran it in 2021, that was the first time it was a point to point course, and it was so epic. Like, it was amazing. Like, I just like thinking about it, I get a little emotional. But then the following year, I mean, there's been a couple years where they had to change the course at the last minute because of fires, and just, it wasn't the same course. This last year was the point to point again. The year before that was not the point to point. Like, they had to change it. I
mm.
remember the finish line the year before was somewhere else. It wasn't in the community center downtown in Pine. So there might, yeah, it's hard to say like actually who has the,
Yeah, the true
uh,
one.
yeah,
Yeah, because then they have the women's. Yeah, I mean, it's on them, but Veronica Rudolph has the lowest time, but I know like Colleen Moffat did an amazing race last year when she won, and she's 27:52, and that's like eighth out of the 10 times. But yeah,
yeah, it's
they're all
so
like
hard to
there's some good.
tell.
Yeah, Megan Eckert's up there, Erin Dial Duran.
Oh God, I feel like Megan Eckert kind of, okay, so Megan Eckert did it in
20,
2024. Is that right? 23. Okay.
23.
See, I can't remember if that was the point to point course or not.
Mhm.
I can't remember. But anyway, regardless, they're all
Someone will let us
badasses.
know. Someone will listen and let us know. But yeah, that means that's some amazing athletes up there, and the other names I just haven't heard. They're amazing athletes as well.
Hmm.
I forget met like 3 of them. And,
Yeah. I mean, I remember the guy who won last year. He crushed it.
uh,
Tell me his name again.
Jeremy Humphrey.
Yes. Yeah.
If I did like the 2025 button, I can see everything and not trying to find
Yeah.
out.
He killed it. Like, he came in,
Yeah,
luckily,
2107.
yeah, because I'll like sleep. I'll like get done with my day. It's always late when you get off the rim, and I'll try to shower at the staff house, and then I'll just park my car and sleep at the finish line. And just, they'll be like, okay, this is when we're expecting the winner to come in. And I'll wake up whenever that is beforehand. So I make sure I'm ready. And he came in pretty quickly after they like had projected he was going to finish. The year before, Killian Korth won the year before. Is that right? Does it say that?
Let's find out. 2024. Yes.
Okay.
22:30, 20 by about just under an hour over Edar Ramirez.
Yeah. So that was at a different finish line. That was somewhere else entirely. And I also slept at that finish line. And his projected finish, like, I don't know what was going on with timing, but we were up like I think I got up at like 2 in the morning, and we were just waiting. And I was like, I don't think his projected finish time is right. I don't remember when he finished, but we were up for like a little while. It was hilarious. I was like, this is
Yeah.
something just went wrong with timing, and it was just completely wrong. And like probably slept for 2 hours and made sure I was up so that we would catch him finishing. Like
Yeah.
okay, this is so funny, but it's just part of the job.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. It's life, you know?
Yeah.
I was just doing a quick comparison of last year to this year. There were 32 women that signed up last year, and there 18 finishers for DNFs. And there are, as of right now, there are 37 women signed up for the 100 miler this year. So
Nice.
it's
Oh,
nice to see it's growing.
yes, that's
And
awesome.
I see one name I recognize scanning real quick. Another name, Kelly.
Oh, yay.
We had two female names that I recognize. Oh, three. Three. Yeah. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, we need more women doing that race for sure. It's usually like, but the thing is, like, if I can do that race, I'm a terrible ultra runner, terrible. And I finished it. So like I'm like, if I can do this race, anybody can do this race.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because like I always go down, like, one of the parts I love about working that race is I always go down Myrtle, and I'll catch the people coming up and film them and stuff. And some people will be like, making conversation. And if they're like struggling or whatever, I'm just like, hey, I finished this race. If I can finish this race, you can finish this race. I better see the finish line. Like, I just completely like razz people because I'm like, I'm not hearing this complaining because I suck at this. And you probably trained like way more than I did. So I'm like, I need to see you getting that buckle. I'm sorry. There's no
Uh-huh.
excuses here. That's one race I'll be like, I don't want to hear any freaking excuses. Javelina, I will never run Javelina. Never, ever, ever. I'm like, and somebody says like they're done after loop 3. I'm like, shit, I don't blame you. I'd be done
I
too.
I my the first year, the year I came down to Hovland the very first time and I met Mac, I listened to the podcast. I'm a central feature of the podcast episode she did. And I re-listened to that at some point in March. I was driving somewhere. It's like I just got I want to re-listen to that. And it is so funny to go back and listen to her side of the events that happened. And a big part of it was like when she got to the aid station, I was like, you don't have a good reason to quit. So keep going. He's like, I just don't
Yeah.
want, that's not arbitrarily, I'm
Yeah.
volunteering. It's not a good reason. Keep going. She's like, what? And I was like, I had heard the course briefing when I was standing in the tent doing something. It was like, if you get to Rattlesnake, it's only 3.7 to the finish line and it's going to take forever to get a ride. So you might as well just walk because you're going to wait for longer, not doing anything. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the essence. Like, there was more to it than that, but that was my big point is like, no, you can't quit here. I
Yeah.
won't let
And
you.
definitely
And
don't
it's
quit
not
at
my business.
Jackass. Do
Yeah,
not
don't quit at
quit
Jackass
at
unless
Jackass. Like, I swear, there's only a few pointers I can give to people doing Javelina. I would say my number one is do not quit at Jackass. Just don't. You'll be there forever. It's that
you're
I
there
don't
for,
think people realize how hard it is to drive out to Jackass and back. It's actually awful. I've done it twice. I will never drive out there. I think someone asked me if I could drive out there one time, and I was like, hell no. My personal vehicle? No. They're like, well, you have a 4x4. I'm like, I don't want the freaking pinstripes on the side of my car. I'm like, forget it. No, it's gnarly out there
yeah.
and it takes forever. It takes literally forever. Yeah, I would tell people, yeah, just if you don't want to go any longer, just get to the start finish. And enjoy it, enjoy the atmosphere, like put your feet up, relax.
Yeah. It's downhill from Jackass, and I can attest to that whether I was feeling good at loop 1 or actually I didn't ever really feel bad at hobbling, but it is downhill from Jackass. You go kinda uphill to Jackass, and then
Hmm.
it's downhill to Rattlesnake, so you might as well just keep walking, and
Yeah.
it is a long ride in a box truck to get out
Oh
there,
my God, it's awful.
and I would ride my bike back out there, but unless I, like, ran in from some other park entrance, you're probably never gonna see me at Jackass
Oh
unless I'm
yeah,
going.
no. You know what's so funny? I did in September, I did hangover rides. So it is loops on Pemberton. And running Pemberton, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, on a bike, this is gonna be fine." It was not fine, like, at all, and I was shocked. I was actually very surprised.
Huh.
I kinda, like, didn't have a good time at that race. Um, I wanted to do 5 loops, I think I only got 4, or maybe yeah, maybe 4, I don't know. And, it's like a 5-hour, 6-hour, or whatever. But it kinda kicked the crap out of me, I'm not gonna lie. So, Rides does Pemberton the opposite direction. So, the beginning of it, I don't know if you remember. So, like, when you're coming down and into the finish line at Javelina, there's, like it is downhill, and it's rocky, and then there's, like, these trail breaks.
Cool.
So, there's, like, trail break, little logs or whatever. But when you're riding up that, like, after 25 miles, like, riding up that trail with those rocks and those trail breaks is horrific. It was terrible. I was like, "I thought this was gonna be easy," and it wasn't. And I'm like, I wish we were going the other direction, but we weren't for some reason, I don't know why. But I had, like, a whole, like, eye-opening experience with the Pemberton Loop at night going in the opposite direction. It was interesting. I don't know. Bikes
Yeah.
are different than being on your feet. To this
Mm.
day, I will swear that mountain biking is harder than trail running any day, any day of the week. It is so much harder than trail running. It's crazy. But I didn't start mountain biking until I was hurt. So that's like another benefit of going through what I was going through, is that I picked up a new sport.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very cool.
Bikes are fun.
They are fun. They are fun. They're just a lot harder than running.
I agree. I agree. Like,
Yeah.
I raced briefly, like, on my road bike. Like, I'll road bike anywhere, but a mountain bike, I'm like, yeah. Just visualizing some of the parts of the Javelina course where you were talking, I was like, I don't want to ride a bike down that. I don't want to ride a bike
No.
down that. I go uphill on that. Oh, it's technical. I'd rather just go as fast as I can uphill. I'm good.
It is actually so hard, like, I had no idea. I did prickly pedal in February, and I've ridden my bike actually twice since then. It was February 1st was prickly pedal, because I have such freaking PTSD from prickly pedal that I feel like I'm starting over again. Like, I feel like a beginner on a bike, because that was so far out of my, like, league of skill sets. It was insane. Will I try to do that race again? I honestly kind of want to. It's funny because my husband's like, you should do it again." He's like, "You know it now. You know what to expect. You should do it again." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't think you understand the gravity of that situation. Like, I don't think you get it, because you're like, 'Oh, prickly pedal, it's on the Maricopa Trail.' No, you have to go, like, up and over Elephant Mountain and, like, all this other crazy stuff. And then you have to go into Lake Pleasant." I'm like, "Oh, I've ran on these trails. No problem." It's like a totally different scenario on a mountain bike, like, completely different. It's insane. So, I don't know. I'd like to do it again because, we're freaks and we're like, "Oh, yeah, that was terrible. Let's do it again."
Uh,
I don't know. I've got a while before that though, but it was really fun. I do want to do another night race though, a rides race though, because they are so much fun. Like Stunner, especially, the trails are super friendly, and really, really fun. So that one is in July. That was my first mountain bike race last year, like ever. And I kind of want to go back and do it again because it actually, I had a great time. And I have a new bike now, right? Like, I did that on my old, like, 2013 GT, and now I have a nice bike, so I should probably go do it again on my nice bike.
yeah.
I
Go
don't
have
know.
fun. I remember
Yeah.
watching all that and be like, "Jen's first ride, here's the content." It was really
Yeah.
cool to see your perspective of it, and then to see, like, what was published on the rides for that, and you're like, "Oh, so this is it's really cool."
Yeah, it was fun. Like making all that content leading up was really fun. And it was really cool. So I found out, and I don't know if our content had anything to do with it, but the first two people that signed up for Insomniac Ride Series were women because we're trying to get more women on bikes like at these races. So that was cool. Like I have to look to see if we have any more, but yeah, that's just the whole point. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to have a nice bike. You don't have to really know what you're doing. Like just go out and have fun. And that's what I was doing on my old bike, and then my husband bought me a new one. He surprised me with a new one, and it's really nice. Her name is Roxy. She's like lavender and it like really nice. And I kind of feel like I don't deserve it because I'm not very good at mountain biking, but
You have
that's
fun.
neither here nor there.
Yeah. I so this question popped into my head a little while ago, and it's awesome that you touched on it because I, like, made myself a note that I need to ask about this. I mean, I'm wearing Corinne's shirt. Thank you, Corinne.
Yes.
But women can, and, like, Monster had 32 women last year, 37. It's increasing. That's I don't even know the numbers, but there's probably 200 dudes.
Yeah.
Like, what is your take, or, like, how can we get more women out there for, like, trail running? I'm more familiar with that, you know, but is it I don't know. Is it intimidation with distances? Is it the ridiculous number of dudes that do it? Is it feeling like I have no idea. I'm just spitballing ideas because, like, I would like to help and support things. Is like I don't know
Yeah.
what to say. I don't know the right thing to not say, and I'll just awkwardly fumble through it. You're welcome.
Yeah, honestly, like, I'm not sure why more women aren't doing it. Growing up, I was a huge tomboy. I was like, anything boys can do, I can do. So I've never personally gone to a race and looked around and said, huh, there's no women here. Like, there's not a lot of ladies here. I just don't notice it, but it has become a thing. I wonder if a lot of it, because I know for me, I didn't want to get into ultra running until I felt like I had time to train. So I waited until our youngest was not nursing anymore, until I could find like squeeze some hours in to go for long runs and that and whatnot. And that was still difficult because like at that time, my first ultra was in 2014. Was I working then? I don't think I was officially working then. Yeah, I was still a stay-at-home mom still. But still like finding that time, you're like my husband he has a very like, he's a stressful job. He's like kind of a big deal like with his career and what he does. And I want to, I don't want to be like, here's this crying child. I'm going to go running for 4 hours, like after you've been working a gazillion hours. So there is still like, I think for a lot of women, like you just want to focus on, and that's another thing, right? Like as we get older, like, and this, I don't mean this to sound negative at all, but like the kids get a little bit older, they are self sufficient. As you get older, we get into this age where we're like, oh my gosh, like I'm kind of finding myself again. Like I'm not needed all the time by my son or my daughter or whatever. It's like you kind of like rediscover yourself. Um, so maybe it's because there are a lot of women who are in that role right now. Like they're raising a family. Maybe they're also working at the same time. Like I could have never. I mean, and I trained awfully. I never trained properly, really, for any ultra marathon that I've ever done. Honestly, like I haven't, and because I just kind of felt like I shouldn't be doing this. Like, and it's this mom guilt that you kind of like develop over time and no one's making you feel this way. You just feel it. And so you're like, I don't want to be gone for, 3 hours, 4 hours on a run. And then when you do, you're thinking the whole time like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. Like I should be home. I shouldn't, I felt selfish. I have no idea if this is what other women feel. Like I don't know. Like this is my personal experience, but it took me a long time. So like now say I wanted to train for something, I probably could because it's like Our youngest is 14. We have two older kids that are out of the house. Like things are just way more mellow now than they used to be. Like my husband works from home basically all the time now. He's like not gone and like barely home where I'm barely seeing him. So I do feel like the older you get, the more your opportunity is to start doing ultra marathons. And I don't know if women are feeling like it's too late for me to do this now when it's totally not and they're not getting into it. Like, I'm not sure. I honestly don't know why more women aren't doing it because we can do it. And I mean, it's like there's a lot of women who are freaking killing the guys. So, like,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting looking at some of the numbers and seeing like women in their 30s dominating
Mhm.
a lot of things, and whether you're a mom or not a mom. And I'm just even just people that like I've met and spoken to at small races and big races that fit both of those categories. And then you
Yeah.
look, hey, you're watching the live stream and like, wow, look at Rachel Entrekin, look at Tara Dower in the big races where they're fitting in, and like all the that's two big names, but it's kind of all across the board seeing, hey, it's generally over 31
Yeah.
race winners. I mean, it could be there's 40s, there's high 40s. Like it's really cool to see how people are progressing and addressing things while managing all those life things happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it helps. I feel like it does help to have a partner who is all like cognizant of like what it does take to be good at these things. Um, my husband doesn't, he thinks like all of this running stuff is really stupid, but he was supportive when I needed him to be. But it's just, I feel like it's different, it is hard, like when you're juggling your family, because women do take on that role of like really kind of needing to be around. They might not need to be around that much, but they still feel like they do. So I don't know, I feel like it's hard. That's just my personal experience, like, even though it was like, "Yeah, I've got this long run plan today." Okay, yeah, that's fine. I still just would have this, like, overwhelming guilt of doing it, and I shouldn't have, but I did. But it's like now, if I wanted to get back into it, it would be completely different. But I'm also almost 51, and I have like a gazillion jobs. And like, I'm just like, I don't know if I'd even want to like try that. But I do want to just start running like, regularly again. Like, I think that would, that's a start. And then maybe we'll see how that goes. But I know like how to get more women on the start line. Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess just other women, just inspiring other women and just letting them know like this space is available for everyone here, not
Yeah.
just a certain body type, a certain age. It's like, especially Aravaipa, we have such generous cutoffs. Like anybody can come and do this. It's just you just have to get to the start line.
Yeah.
I
I,
don't
I
know.
am
It's tough.
I am working on that selling point with all the people I work with, and so far I'm getting bug eyes and like, no. As long as you can walk as fast as you're walking up the hill right now, you just don't have to, you can't stop, but you
Yeah.
can do it. And there are people out there that are like, I forget her name, Waddell Running Lady. I met
Oh
her
yeah,
at
Michelle.
Mesquite Canyon. And I was like,
Yes,
I
I
know
love
who you
her.
are. This is
Yeah.
wonderful. I get to meet you in person. She's out there doing it.
Yeah.
Like, just
And
go
that's
out and
the
do it.
thing.
It's,
There was a guy who did Cocodona last year. He freaking
yeah,
walked the whole thing. He
yeah,
literally hiked the whole thing. I think he jogged the last 2 miles. I mean, you can do it. Like anyone can do it if they want to do it. You do not even have to run. You have to
no,
not sleep, of course. Which, if
there's
you're fine with
trade-offs.
not sleeping, it's fine.
Where's my bag of my buzz bombs are over there. Just take a whole bunch of
I know.
these.
Where's my Adderall? I mean, but honestly, like if you can, I feel like I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. But I'd
Yeah.
love to fix that because it's like the older I get, I'm just becoming like such a girl's girl. I mean, I've always been a cheerleader. Like I've always been a cheerleader. Like I was, captains of all my soccer teams, captain in college. And I remember like even in college, some days I'd like go to practice and I was tired and I'm like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. But as soon as I got there, it was like a light switch popped on. And I'm like, and that's how I am now. Like, that's why I love my job because going out to these races, like, feeling the energy of everyone and cheering everybody on, seeing people come through the finish line, just like doing something they've never done before. It's like, it's so emotional, like even just,
Yeah.
witnessing it. And it's so inspiring. And I just know like that anybody who really wants to do it can do it. They can do it. People say, oh, I could never do that. Actually, you could. I've
But
said that. I've been like, I could never do 100 miles. I could never do Tushars. I've said those things literally out loud and then I did them. And I'm like, I played college soccer. It's not like I'm this, somebody who's never done anything, but people who have never done anything do it.
yeah.
It's crazy and it's awesome.
Yeah. It's like the biggest barrier is right here for
Yes.
most people and everything. And like, and I think it's awesome to see that there's races, women's only races. I mean, I love doing Mad Moose races. I mean, got my Go Run You Dead Horse. But the Thelma and Louise race, and there's another one they do in Colorado Springs. That's in Moab area. There's Colorado Springs. Like it's neat to see that and how can we promote that? Is Aravaipa going to do a women's only race or a women's only night
Oh,
race or something like that?
yeah.
You're welcome for all the ideas, but
Yeah, no, that's a
like
good
just to
that is
have that
something to pitch.
because I mean I have paced a number of people, and the biggest issue or one of the issues has been like safety concerns, whether it's, talking to Whitney about Burrito League and Strava, whether it's been running in at night in a city, whether it's been animals at night in the forest or in the desert. And then again, I have volunteered to pace people. Sometimes I know them, sometimes I don't, of, hey, it's nighttime. It can be scary.
Yeah.
And I've sat on the phone, like not being able to be there to race, but like talking someone through, okay, share your location. I can see where you are. Like, continue walking that way. Like, walk straight. Do not take the junction on your left in the middle of the night. But
Mhm.
it's something that helps somebody in a situation. So, like, maybe there's an opportunity there to, hey, this is, like the twerk group, Shelby Hines and all the Phoenix women that are doing that
Mhm.
Tuesday women's evening run club, but that's a women's group.
Mhm.
I know Rachel Entrican went out and did something with them when she was in town. Like, how do we get more of that? And then also, how can I or any other guy out there support that and have it not be weird or creepy, but like, hey, I'm on a pacer, like I'm fine in the dark. I chase bears sometimes for fun. So
Well, I can vouch that you're not weird or creepy, so,
oh,
if
thanks.
anyone has any reservations because 'cause they're like, "I don't know this guy," I'd be like, "You're good, he's fine."
Thank you.
But no, that is a good idea, though. That is a good idea, and I don't think anyone's ever, thought about that. So I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to throw that into the work chat. What do you guys think about a women's only event?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of ladies out there who, I saw some amazing groups at Damn Good, like women wearing the same outfits and the same shirts, just like supporting each other and uh, just getting it done. It was so cool.
The Pink Pony Club from
Oh my
Hubble.
God, the Pink Pony Club. They're
I
my
never need to hear that.
favorite.
I never need to hear that song again. They were
Oh my
hilarious, but I
gosh.
am so over that song.
It was so funny because I made a reel, like basically showcasing them. And the people were like, why didn't you put the Pink Pony Club song on? And I just wanted to be like, because it wasn't available on Instagram. I would have, but it wasn't available. And that was before I started using edits. Like I wasn't using
Mm.
edits at Javelina. I started shortly after that. And yeah, I was like, it wasn't available. I know. I let myself down. I let everyone down here. But no, those women were freaking awesome.
Yeah.
They were
They
like
were
the
fun.
highlight. Yeah, there's so many highlights about Javelina though. Like I didn't understand Javelina until I went. I didn't get it. And I remember the first time I worked that race was in 2017. And it was literally like, I think Howie was out there doing photos, but we weren't like dropping photos into like a chat and posting them. Like there was no video back then for Instagram. There was nothing. Like it was like freaking old school. And I was out there with my iPhone taking photos. That was our posting for Halloween in 2017. I kid you not. Cause like it was so different then. And it's just evolved so much like Instagram and social media has evolved so much. And it's kind of cool to like actually be a part of the evolution and like adapting to the changes and
Oh,
staying
yeah.
on top of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's
Seeing how it's changed from my first time being there in 2022 to 2026, and like parking is different, RVs are different.
yeah.
Something is being tweaked. Like Jubilee is an amazing race director, and anything that becomes an issue is addressed for the next year, and it keeps saying like this is incredible. Like
Mhm. Mm.
I could go and like put
She's
all
so
this stuff in the
amazing.
correct place now because this is the setup. Like, and
Yeah.
then like yeah, it's so cool. And if you haven't been,
Yeah.
you need to go. Volunteer,
Yes.
crew someone, pay someone. Just if you want to pace,
Like
just show up and hang out by the
yeah,
no
like,
crew area.
absolutely, you don't need to run at that race to have a blast. I mean, I work at the race and I have a blast every single year. It is just something else. It's like I would love to get, like, my family, someone out there to experience it. I'm still working on it. I'm like, "You guys just have to come." Like, it's a
Go.
show.
Come for the costume contest, if nothing
Mhm.
else. Like, be there for that.
Did you see that reel that I made a little while ago, about this kid doing his Christian service hours? Did you see that one?
I haven't seen it yet. No, I'm gonna have to.
It
I'm
was a
gonna have to
while
watch it.
ago. It did really well because it's freaking hilarious.
I'm making a
And
note
I
to
was
watch
like
it.
it's like I took I was taking videos of the costume contest, but I couldn't post any of those videos, like, for obvious reasons,
Uh-huh.
but I was still taking them anyway for my own just amusement. And there was one specifically that I took that you have to go look at it. It's so funny. It's like there was a kid volunteering who's been at the race before. His parents were there. He knows the race. But I just caught him
I'm
in a
looking now.
moment watching. God, I don't know when I posted it. It's a bit ago,
Is it on
but
yours or is it on Javelina?
it's on mine. No, I could
Okay.
not put
Oh,
this on
that
Halloween.
makes it easier. Oh, that's right.
But
We just talked about why it can't be on
I
Javelina.
just, I
Yeah.
just caught him like in a moment, like watching the costume contest and then panning over to what he was watching and the text on the reel is so funny. And people commented they actually like were thought they actually thought he was there getting Chris. I was like, no, this is like a friggin' meme. This is a joke. His parents were there with him. His dad was running the race. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I remember exactly where I was standing just off stage because I was with yeah, was that I I'm not gonna say who it was that the other
Oh
I
no,
can
she
see
knows.
that
It's
oh, she knows,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, she knows.
Okay. Oh, yeah, yes, and then but yeah, the other volunteer in the red dress, I remember being with her for a while, said, "So I am somewhere I'm probably in that little hidden area behind the stage watching
Uh-huh.
that because I know what I was doing. There was a box of buckles involved and a garbage.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I was doing, yeah.
Yes, yes. But yeah,
But
I
yes,
just like
I
I
did
had that.
see it, and that was hilarious. And yeah, I know why that video wasn't posted because of what the Pink Pony Club.
Oh yeah, yeah, I couldn't. I mean there's certain things that we just shouldn't post. Like I did a best ass one on the Javelina page, but I censored it. I put peaches over the
Mhm.
butts. There's certain things that we can do, but we just have to make sure we're not, crossing the line. But that one I thought, and it was funny because I remember I had made it and I scheduled it. And that night we were having people over and we were sitting around and I just happened to open my phone and I saw that like I was like, why am I getting all these notifications on my Instagram? And I was like, I posted that reel and it just like went crazy. I mean, there's some people in there who were like genuinely not stoked on that reel. They were just like saying very mean things about their opinions about, what was happening there with, Javelina. It's just, anything goes. And I was like, you know what? Like, if you don't know this race, like basic, and I didn't expect him to. It's not like I tagged the race or anything.
Mhm.
It's people genuinely thought like, oh, this kid's getting his Christian service hours at this race. He was not getting his Christian service hours. It was just funny. It was just funny. So I feel like out of everything I've ever posted, that one probably got the most ridiculous comments that had nothing to do with the post, but they didn't know. But of course, I'm here explaining it because that's just what I do. Like, no, his parents were there. His dad was running. He was not getting
Yeah.
his Christian service hours. This was just be funny. Like, if
No,
you don't
I'm
understand Instagram, don't be on Instagram.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was
But
a handful of other kids that were there. Like, I know whose kids were there. I'm not going to say it. But I was like, I did see other children there, and that was
yeah, and
good
you
too.
know what? I don't know. I guess we're very like realistic parents. So if we're in a situation or our kids are exposed to something that's new that they haven't seen before, that's a teaching opportunity. That's what we do. We're like, "Yeah, this is this and this is that, and they're just having fun, costume contest. Like, we had like beautiful transgender MCs. What's the big deal? Right? Like that's explaining. Like, oh yeah, this is what this is. It's no big deal. I don't know. That's just how we are.
Mm. Yeah, like I said, teaching opportunity. And if
Teaching
you don't
opportunity.
want to, yeah, you don't want to be exposed to it, don't go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like it's hidden in any of the things you look at. You click the website, you go to Ultra Sign Up, like, okay, it's a 18 plus costume party in the desert. Got it.
Yes, with drag queens.
If
What's
you
wrong
don't
with
want to
that?
go, don't go. It's easy.
Yeah,
That goes
exactly.
for everything. If you don't want to go, don't go.
Yeah, agree. Or keep scrolling.
Yes, go on to the guy that like builds those little like buried shelters in the ground with all like funny noises. And
I know. And just be miserable. Hide from everything you disagree with. Yeah.
wow,
Not a way to live, in my opinion,
it
but
is wild.
yes, that is true.
Well, I know you have stuff to do. I have stuff to do. We are coming up on our time here. This
I
was
know. We could
hilarious.
talk. We could
We
talk
haven't talked about
forever.
anything. I hit the four talking points that we chatted about. Your Instagram has exploded. There's injuries, there's hormones, there's like everything ties to everything. And we learned all about two cool races that hopefully
Yes.
people and hopefully women go out and sign up for.
Yes. Oh, and Javelina too,
Javelina. Yes. Yeah.
which is a must attend. Whether you're running it or not, just go.
Yeah, it
Literally
is
just go.
worth it. There are volunteers are needed. Pacers are always needed.
Mhm.
People that just want to
Spectators
go out
are welcome.
are always needed. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you're on your own for parking. Please
Yeah,
read the
I was
run
just gonna say
ahead.
I was just gonna say,
That's
you might have to
important.
park a little far away, but there might be a shuttle that'll pick you up.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing that you can't figure out how to do. You're an adult. And also read the race guide, watch the race briefing.
Yeah.
That's really, for any race you go to, that's really helpful.
I mean, the moving parts at some of these races are just like make my mind are just I can't even understand it. So like the fact that the team does everything so well is just mind-boggling to me, honestly. Like they're so amazing. I always joke, I'm like, I have the easy job. Like I have the rainbows and unicorns job. And then everyone else is like they're in it. They're in the trenches. And I just admire so much what people do at Aravaipa. I truly do. I'm like, you guys are wild. They're
Yeah,
wild. I actually I had to film a reel today. I had a concept that I thought of filming in the office, and everyone's so busy, right? But I had it all laid out. Like I sent in like an outline of what we were gonna do, and it was still hard, and I get it. I'm like, "I guys, I'm so sorry. Like, I know you guys are busy, but we are going to knock this out." And then we knocked it out, and they were like, "Oh, okay, that wasn't that bad." But, like, I mean, everybody's so busy, like, there's so much going on, so I totally get it. But I was just like, "Please just help me make this because it's gonna be funny, I promise." Like, I was like, that reel that goes around, it's like the social media person's coming into the office to, like, film content and everyone's hiding.
mhm,
Like, that's me. Like, literally everyone's just hiding. They're just like, "Oh, shit, she's here." But they knew I was coming in to do it, like, we had it all planned, but they're still just like, nobody wants to do it. Everyone has stuff to do. I totally get it, but they were troopers and they got it done, so it was good. That'll come out probably next week sometime.
I was gonna say, like, did I miss it today? I haven't looked at anything
No,
today
no,
except
yeah.
what you just told me to look at. So
Yeah, we are chock full of race registrations opening this week. So it'll probably be, I'm thinking next
yeah,
week. I don't know. Hopefully people think it's funny.
okay.
I think it's
I
funny,
will
but
I will be keeping track for that one
we'll
because
see.
yeah, I did the off place. All you need is a what was a text I got one day? All you need is a cat and a helipad, and then it's like it's a lair for someone. And then I texted, I was like, there is a helipad, right?
Yes. We were on it today. It is so tiny, the little track.
But yeah, Mike on a bike tried to run 100 miles around that at one point.
God, I would die. It is so small. but it is a legitimate little track on the helipad on top of the building.
Right. For
It
for
was
fun
utilized.
for fun, one night in January, I watched someone run 5 kilometers around a fire hydrant in Tempe
Is
in
that
a tortilla onesie. I was there.
okay? I
If you
thought,
watch
okay,
the video, you'll see me
there's a
sneak Trader Joe's sparkly water in.
oh my god. Okay, there's a guy on Instagram who does 5Ks in weird places. I thought that's what you were talking about. He's done it in his, like, car trunk. He did it in the dryer, in his
Oh, yeah,
freaking dryer.
I heard about the bathtub or on top of a refrigerator, but yeah, I was there in person when someone ran a 5K in a tortilla
Around a
onesie
fire.
around
Oh
a
my
fire hydrant.
god,
Yeah,
that's insane.
yeah. There was
How
a
long did it
drunk
take?
ASU there. It took a while, I think, because the GPS was getting confused,
Oh, I
and you're in
bet.
Tempe, so it's trying to ping off of everything, and then like, it was maybe a 10-foot radius circle that the person was running on, so I don't think
Oh
that
my
helped.
god.
And
That's
I was like,
awful.
"Oh, you must be getting dizzy." Like, I never got dizzy at jackpot, but I would definitely be dizzy and, like, going around that, like, spinning that game you put your head on the
Yes,
baseball bat,
no, I
spin
was just
around. I'm
gonna
like,
say, it reminds me of, like, the game in freaking, like, Puerto Vallarta on spring break that I
yeah.
never played because I didn't wanna go drink during the day. Also, because when was I gonna work out? Like, that was my mindset in college. I was like, "When are
Oh,
we gonna
wow.
work out? I don't wanna drink during the day." How
Good for
times have
you.
changed.
Good golly.
Oh god. Okay, so sorry. Yes, I know we're
That's right.
wrapping up.
So
Thank you
we
for
need to be
having me.
yes, thank you. We need to be following you, Jen_Laughlin 18.
Oh, it's Jen
Oh, they
Laughlin
did it wrong?
underscore 18.
Oh, yeah, I did it wrong. That's why we need you to do it.
Yeah, Jen Laughlin underscore 18. Yeah, and
Okay.
I need some more men followers because I looked at someone asked me about my ratio of men to women recently, and I
Oh, does
looked
it
it
tell you
up.
that? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So you can look in your insights. I think
Oh.
I have like 8% guys now and
Woo, I'm
91%
one of
women.
8%. Okay.
Is
Well,
that
I'm
does
gonna
that add up or 90? I don't know. Anyway,
I missed the numbers. I was
I
cheering.
think I've scared a lot of boys away because they're not. Yeah, I used to be like 50-50, and now it's way more women than men. Like it's like shrinking, but
Okay,
whatever.
well,
It's okay.
I will still be here for the content because it helps me to know, oh, hey, how can I better support this person? Because I have no idea what you're going through until you say something, but someone just saying, hey, I'm struggling today. Hey, this is happening today. Great. That is
I
super
know.
helpful. And it's not like I don't need to know any more than like, hey, I am feeling anxious today. Great. I can work with that. If not, I'm like,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Right.
so thank you.
It is so important that men are looking into this and taking it seriously because their partner can seriously have issues, and I don't want guys just sitting there going, "Oh my god, my wife is crazy. What's wrong with her?" And they'll be like, "Oh wait, I know what this is. Maybe we can work through this together." That's the most important thing because it is it really sucks. So for everyone, not just the woman, it sucks all around. And it would be if I can help anybody find a specialist or whatever, like I am down at this point because of what I went through. So
Yeah. Yeah, and for me to all the guys out there, please be the guy that says, "How can I support you through this?" I think that's a way better life decision.
yes, agree. Like that's all that needs to be said. How can I support you through this? Not like you're crazy, I'm out.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jen. Please subscribe, follow Jen, follow me, do all that fun stuff, and watch this on YouTube too. All right.
Hey, thank you.